What is up, beautiful people? As we know, generally before a new season, or in this case an episode, drops, the twab before it is going to contain some pretty good juice, and this one is no exception to that rule. Now, there's a lot of stuff here to go over. However, I just like to go over the bullet points, some of the most important stuff, starting off with the artifact. Now, I'm only going to be going over one artifact mod because it's the most important one, and it's going to be the one that everyone sees. It's going to be the one that jumps out at you when you look at it yourself, right? We've had it a few times in the past, and last time we had it was in season 19. Here we go. Concussive reload, formerly known as breach and clear, using a grenade launcher to damage a boss, damage a champion, or break the combatant's shield. Weakens them 15% debuff when using a grenade launcher. All right, with a horde on the rise, baby. We making a comeback. Here we go. Here we go. Now, in this episode, you're going to be able to boost your artifact perks. And when you boost this one, you basically get the full effect of what Breach and Clear was at base last time we had it, using a grenade launcher to damage bosses, champions, or to break combatant shields. Automatically reloads stowed weapons. Obviously, this is going to be very, very great for solo content, damage rotations, and more. There's a reason why the community loves this perk, although it is a little bit weird with the new boost feature, kind of separating the full effect into it. There are a lot of exotic movement and changes, and they're also doing some more super damage exotic tuning. All right. Here's what they had to say. They wanted to balance the potential of one-shot super abilities, or one-offs, and they're nerfing the exotics that buff the damage of them. Let me know how you feel about this down in the comments below. Of course, you can never know exactly what the numbers is until you get in there. When these changes are live and test it yourself, we shall see. Something that I thought was personally pretty good in PvE was sniper rifles. Bungie didn't think so. So they're buffing them pretty substantially again. Look at this, dude. First of all, I do want to say the 50% reduced flinch against combatants, or from the combatants. I'm very, very in the mood for that. Thank you. We all know the infamous clip of the sniper flinch in this game being so bad. Not only that, dude, the damage increases that they're getting against both red bar enemies, majors, mini bosses, and champions. Yeah, I'll happily take that. My kinetic tremor supremacy will also happily enjoy that. Thank you very much. Let's keep it moving. Oh, right here, this is something totally minor, but it's a buff for fixed odds, so you know, gotta include it. Sorry, fixed odds my goat. Gotta shout out whenever it gets a buff like this. Exotic weapons, there's gonna be some changes for some of those. For example, bad juju. I want to include this because, yeah, it is getting a buff for its string of curses. Its magazine size is gonna be 36 as well. You can get up to 7.5 second timer on its string of curses perk with the catalyst, which is pretty good. And they also include this other little bullet point. The weapon also appears to have become more haunted than it used to be. Interesting. And then here's this. Exodyrus is getting buff. This thing was a meme with how bad it was. Pretty cool novelty weapon, but now it might actually be useful with all of these changes and just outright damage buff it's getting. Definitely can't wait to see what Exodyrus is going to be doing on Tuesday. Let's keep it moving though. Yeah, you know those favorite perks of auto-loading holster and reconstruction? I'm gonna be honest, bro, they're nerfing them. Here's what they had to say. These two auto-loading perks have long been too high value for their effort in comparison to similar options, so we are making them a bit longer to trigger their effects. With that in mind, we are adding more perk options that are viable and damage rotations that require a bit more effort from the player. I'll be honest, big dog, increasing the time to reload for auto-loading holster by a full second, that's a little tough. That's a little tough, man. That's a little tough. For reconstruction, they're increasing the time to start reloading by 2 seconds for both base and enhanced. Honestly, that's pretty brutal, bro. I can't believe it. It's a little tough. That's a little tough. Also, Master of Arms. Hey, yo, finally. They're trying to bring this perk back from the dead. Yeah, well, no shit, but it's only 15% the same as Frenzy. No one's gonna use it. Now it grants up to 2 stacks. The first stack is just 15% damage for 7 seconds, but the second stack is 25% damage for 4 seconds, then drops back down to 1 when the timer expires. Honestly, it'd be a little bit more interesting. Have to wait and see though. Now, they did go ahead and show off some of the new weapons coming into the season. However, there's only one that I would like to show you guys: the Liturgy. This is the first ever double fire frame grenade launcher in the kinetic slot because it's stasis. Very interesting. Coming in with perks like Envious Assassin, Overflow, and Reconstruction, although this is going to be now be nerf Reconstruction. Doesn't really have the strongest of damage perks in the 4th column, but there is some fun stuff you can do with something like Chill Clip on a Reconstruction double fire frame grenade launcher. Honestly, could be a little bit of interesting stuff. You could just go bink bank, freeze the enemy, but it is the only double fire frame GL in the kinetic slot, so that is some very good stuff health right there. Also, this is hilarious, but yes, this is becoming a thing. No joke. Next episode, they are reprising the Garden of Salvation weapons, dude. Never thought this day would come, but here we are. Weapons to note: the ancient gospel is going from a solar hand cannon to a void hand cannon. Yes, this is going to be a void adaptive frame hand cannon. I honestly thought I'd never see the day. I never thought I'd see the day. And the perk combination they're showing for it in the TWAB is Rampage and Kill Clip. So a little double damage roll for you. I would also like to shout out the Zealous Reward, a void rapid fire frame fusion rifle. And yes, it is going to have reservoir burst in the 4th column. Huge. And the Ominous and Eye is a solo rapid fire frame sniper rifle with 4 times the charm and precision instrument as the perk combo that they're showing in the TWAB. Can't wait to see all of their perks and perk combinations come Tuesday. Honestly though, did not expect them to reprise the Garden of Salvation weapons. That's kind of cool. If you ever wanted a stasis rocket pistol, well, now you can, man. Next episode, you can get it by playing Iron Banner. Hey man, does have chill clip though. But yeah, you have to play Iron Banner for it. Sorry. And while we're on the subject of rocket pistols, they know they're really good and they are actually going to be nerfing them a little bit. Not in their damage department, but they're going to be reducing their overall ammo reserves, which, okay, fair. They're reducing it by 25%. All right. Hopefully they don't go overboard in any further nerfs to our rocket pistols, because I love rocket pistols. But that is some of the heat from the TWAB. Check out some of the other videos on screen. Adios.